Yes. In the previous video, we just saw about how to load the data, how browser will react by loading 1 lakh data into the React application, right? So in this next part, we will see what is the best approach to load the data, because we should not dump that entire 1 lakh record to our application. Then, as you can see here, it takes too much time. The user could not wait for 2 minutes to see all the data. So instead, we can just load only initial amount of data, then we can go for one by one. I think this you might know, see in the Google. See, the Google has around billions of records for the search which we are doing, but however it shows only limited amount of data, like only 50 records initially. We implemented the infinite scroll, so which means by scrolling it you can see some more data. But if you see previously, I think like 1 month or 2 months back, they have the concept of pagination. So first page it will have this around 10 data, I think so, 10 to 15 data, 15 search results. If I click the page number 2, it loads other data, actually, correct, other set of data. That is the absolute solution to handle this scenario. So here I have the 1 lakh records in my database, and I should not load everything in a single shot. So here for this, what I did is, in my Express I have added this pagination concept. Okay, so here I need to pass the pagination number from my React application, like 1 2 3 kind of thing. Okay, so I have implemented this one. So but this tutorial is mainly concentrate on the React application, so I am not going into the API part. Okay, so in case if you are expecting how to do this one or how to implement this pagination in the backend Express or anything, you can just comment it. I will let you know in the next video. Okay, but here we are concentrating on the React application. So now back to React application. Here I have introduced the two new variables. One is page number, one is the data. Okay, so this page number is nothing but the current page number which we are handling in the UI. So the line number 6 is nothing but the data which we want to bind to our application, and this response is coming from our API. Now here what I am doing is, whenever I am just getting call this function, I am just increasing this page number by 1 for the next call. So for example, initially whenever I am clicking on the button, as we know, the load data button, for the first time it calls with the page number 1. Then during the first call, we will get the first 500 data. Because that API I have implemented, it returns, whenever I am calling, it gives me 500 result. If I am giving the page number 1, first 500 result will be given by the API. If I am clicking to second time, it gives me the second 500 records. Okay, then what I am doing is, so whatever the record that I am adding, I am not replacing the page, I am just adding to the data. As you can see here, initially I am just getting the existing data. This is the new data. We are just merging this two array into the creating the new array actually here. Then as usual, here I am increasing the page number by 1 for the next call. So now you may see the output properly. So let me take the browser actually. So here my application is already running. So in this place, I am going to click on the, as you can see here, it is not loading anything. The page is empty. Now click on the load data. You can see the 500 data is getting loaded. It's not lagging also. And one more thing, if you see this network request, the page number is 1. Okay, so now if I click on one more time this load data, as you can see here, the page number 2 is passing, which means already I have the page number 1, so now the page number 2 is getting passed. But however, if you see the result of this browser, it has the 500 records. Now along with the 500 records, the second 500 records will be added. Now if you see here, my browser has around 1000 data. Okay, so this is how it will be very easy for the user as well. Yes, okay, here for an example, I'm just having only one button which is top of the page. In the real-time application, we can go for this infinite scroll, or we can go for the pagination according to your requirement. Okay, so we can do one more scenario here. Now I am having here 1060, which is the last data in this page. Okay, so I am going to click this one more time. So now as you can see here, this is the first data. Now the last data is going to be 1560. The reason is the next set of data will be added to my array. Now as you can see here, this is the third API call. So this third API call will be given by only the starting data is 1061. Okay, but still it has all the data, because in the React code we just merging our existing array with the new response actually here. Okay, so and also here this is, we are just updating the page number for the next call. So whenever I am just clicking on the button, it just adds this number 1 and it calls the API actually. Okay, so this is how you need to handle that appropriate way of handling that records huge amount of records in the web page. So instead of is we have to go with the pagination or infinite scroll. Okay, this is the two solutions. So in my example, I am just having a only one button which performs this logic, but in the real time application, whenever the user goes bottom of the page, you can just call this function, or you can use this pagination. But however, the logic will be the same. This is a logic that you need to call by infinite scroll, or it may be the button actually here. Okay, pagination button. Okay, so if you have anything, just put it in the comments. As I told, this is mainly for the React application. In case if you want to know what I did it in the Express API application for handling the pagination, just let me know. I will put one more video.